Welcome everyone to another episode of Master vs. Caster, and today we're playing versus Florian Gönner, who is the current Austrian national champion. Florian, how are you?
I'm doing perfectly fine, thank you for asking.
No problem. So we're going to have a little bit of a mirror match of the August Sky Striker deck according to the Forbidden and Limited list of December 2019. I don't know if the list was released in December 2019, but it was for sure
shortly after the tournament, I think.
Yeah. So let's do a high roll here with 8. Not too bad. Not too bad.
It's quite good. That's way more than I got.
All right. So I'm going to start.
Yeah, sure.
So the reason why we are playing Sky Striker Orcust in the mirror match is because that's how we got to know each other after Milan, where we both didn't top the event. I mean, my team won the 3v3 at least, but we met each other in a hotel lobby, and then we played the mirror match, and I think you beat me 10-0.
Yeah, you were quite confident when we started playing, and then you were like asking yourself what is even going on.
Yeah, that was a very humbling experience, but I'm glad we figured this out at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna start this with an upstart goblin.
That's fine, of course.
Any response?
No.
Ash?
No, I'm not gonna ash
Okay.
that.
Sure.
So I gain 1,000.
Yeah, my favorite card. So I'm gonna activate Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones.
Yep, that's fine.
Any response?
No.
All right. Oh no. First things first. Token.
Yeah.
And we're gonna summon out the Sky Striker Ace Kagari
Who
targeting
would have
Hornet Drones.
thought? That is fine.
Do you want to DD Crow this?
No, I don't want to DD Crow this.
We both stole the decklist of Andreas Varelas, who actually ended up winning that event.
Independently from each other, so no one knew that we both were stealing the deck list.
That's true. So, Mathematician effect?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So you're part of the Austrian community, so you're the Austrian national champion. How's the Austrian Yu-Gi-Oh community like?
I think it's like a community like no other. There's so much fun to be had there. The people are absolutely amazing, and there's a couple people in the community always making sure that something is going on, that information is being distributed, and that we have a ton of fun at tournaments. So I can highly recommend it for everyone who's visiting Austria to visit the local stores or to interact with the community as a whole.
I gotta be honest, I casted for the German Konami channel, I casted the Austrian Open. And it was a whole vibe. So everyone was staying until the end. You also won the Open, right?
I won one Open, but came second at the second one, I think.
That's also possible. Hub horror effect, by the way.
It's a good distraction, but that resolves.
All right. Okay. Playing older Time Wizard formats in this Master vs. Caster is a lot easier to chat because I'm gonna mess up the combo at some point. All right. Important question: was Nibiru out already?
I don't think so.
All right. I'm going to summon Galatea.
A familiar face, yeah.
And I'm gonna use Orcust Nightmare to target Galatea.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. All right. So, you won this year the Austrian National Championships.
After a couple of years of trying, yeah.
How did that feel?
That was an amazing feeling. I mean, I was celebrating too early. Everyone who was watching the live stream probably caught it, that we had to rewind a little there, which got on my nerves. But yeah, somehow in the end we made it, which was an amazing feeling, of course. If you're doing it for so long and trying to get the title, it's unbelievable. And I really hope to do it this year again, because I don't think any Austrian national champion managed to defend the title for 2 consecutive years. That would be quite an achievement.
Wand?
That's fine, yeah.
Summon back the Harp Horror.
Yep.
So I think you said that you've been trying for so many years, and I also know that you are quite the face in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. How long have you been trying? How long are you in the Yu-Gi-Oh community?
I have no idea when the Yugi and Kaiba decks came out, so the first iteration of them. Yeah, attaching is fine. But my mother back then bought me 2 decks, and then I was playing like with my colleagues from school, and one thing led to the other, and then in the end we were playing tournaments. So yeah, how old was I? Maybe 7 years old. That would be like something 23, 24 years ago. If the TCG is out for so long, you're obviously messing up the combo while I'm talking, which is perfect, so I just keep talking.
I forgot to use Galatea effect. Oh. Okay, we have to improvise now. Oh no, this is embarrassing. Okay, Galatea effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is obviously the most important part of the combo. Oh no. So how long have you been playing for? Now I focused on messing up the combo.
Yeah, I think it was 23 to 24 years.
Wow.
But back then, of course, I was just a little kid, so cards were quite expensive as well back then. So I couldn't afford all of the top meta decks, of course. But it was still a lot of fun trying to find some homebrews that still worked. And I think it didn't take long until I won my first locals, and that also was like a very great experience. I really can fondly remember of that.
Do you think? How old were you?
8 or 9 when I won locals, and the people there couldn't believe it, what was going on, because
the prodigy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pass.
And that's not a whole lot. What's in your graveyard, by the way?
Everything. And with that I mean
and
Harp
wand.
And
a couple Galateas and Longirsu.
Yeah, and the next problem is that I have no way of, when I summon out Skeleton, I have no way of getting it into the graveyard, but
let's see if I can beat that.
Don't chat while you're comboing if you're playing in a tournament.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Main phase.
You were just trying to distract me with the questions that I asked you that you were answering.
Yeah. I will activate other.
Yeah, that's fine.
To draw 2.
Oh goodness.
Amazing. Amazing. Banish a Harpor.
So what I wanted to do, and which is actually not too difficult to pull off, is use Galatea before I put Dingirsu on it, so I can link off Galatea and the Harp Horror that I summoned off of Wand to an IP, that on his turn I can use Harp Horror to summon out a Skeleton, use that one to link off with IP, go into Unicorn, have one Shuffle back, and then also have Skeleton with Dingirsu set up. Didn't happen.
And now I'm staring down Longirsu, so yeah. I will attempt to activate Engage.
Of course, yeah, sure. Yeah, this just feels like the morning of the...
A little bit. A little bit, indeed. So Longirsu says that it can send a monster it points to, right?
If I shuffle back 2 banished Orcust monsters.
I see. Okay, then we will continue with Hornet Thrones.
Yes.
To make a token, hopefully not in the zone of Longirsu. And then I will link this off into a familiar face. Effect of Kagari targeting the Engage.
Things I just auto lose if you take my Longirsu here. So I have to impermanence the Kagari, which does not feel good.
That's reasonable, of course. How do we continue here?
I gotta distract you back a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
What was like... Give me your top 3 favorite decks. You've been through the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh god. We had this discussion on the flight here. I think my top 3 favorite decks, one of them is Thunder Dragon, of course.
Wow, really?
I love this deck so much. The pure variant, the Danger Thunder God Dragon variant, they treated me at tournaments very well. So my record was quite good during the time where those decks were legal. But I also love Dragon Link. So the old iteration with like LP and Pisti and Agapane. But also Dragon Rulers were quite a lot of fun, and I think there's some cards coming that might breathe new life into this archetype, so that would be quite interesting.
So you just named 3 decks that are dragons or have dragons in their name.
Yeah, I'm quite famous for playing dragon decks. So yeah, it's a love that will probably never really get out of style. I will continue with a Mathematician and use its effect. How does that sound?
I will continue. Sure. Sure. Okay. I have a plan.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Does it involve DD Crow?
Yes.
All right. Sure.
And let's see if this plan works out.
Yeah. That's annoying, but I have to deal with it.
That's how the game works.
Yeah, of course. It does. It does. Let me think what we do next. You don't have two that you can shuffle away, which is good for me, I guess, because the next step is quite trivial. We go into Nightmare Phoenix and we pitch another horror to target your Babel.
I will chain Harp Horror to that.
That's fine.
And target my Longyearsu, of course.
Yep. That doesn't target, it just summons from deck. That's
yeah, that's the card that that's the card that targets. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while, everyone.
So I draw one because it's co-linked to your guy.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
And now you found Foolish Burial.
Do you have another crow?
No.
You don't.
Did you really find Foolish Burial?
No, I didn't. But I will use Harp Horror for now.
Oh, you discard. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
Yeah, that's the third one.
Yeah, nice. Cool for you, I guess.
No ash as well. That's good for me. Yeah. Indeed.
Going great, everyone.
You sound very happy because of this.
I just picked up where we left off in Milan.
I see. Yeah.
What was? I mean, I know that you have had quite some successes in the YCSs as well.
Yep.
What was your best result at a YCS? And where was it?
That's a good question. I think at a YCS it was top 16, where I lost. I played Dragon Link, so the first iteration of the deck that was really a pure Dragon Link kind of deck. And then I lost in top 16 due to a mistake of mine where I didn't use my Unchained Abomination in the end phase to pop something. And then we were very close to time and I couldn't attack for enough damage in time, which was very sad, but the deck was just so good. I never had such a good track record in Swiss. Like I only lost one match, and that was because I took a 50-50 with a Cosmic Cyclone that I shouldn't have taken. But yeah, if I could play this deck again at an event, I probably will, but we probably never see LP again, so... Unfortunately.
It is a powerful card. It just summons from deck, right? That is that is insane.
I will bring this out.
Imagine summoning Magnamut from deck.
Yeah, that would be quite good, wouldn't it? Okay, the Babel can come back theoretically, but the problem is now, how do I deal with your guy?
I'm just saying you don't have to use Galatea effect. I'm just saying it's optional.
But it's a good effect, I heard.
It's overrated. Overrated.
I will link these two guys off, and I will go indeed into Galatea. And I guess I will use the effect of Galatea. To shuffle back a Harp Horror.
So do you have something like a rival or a player you look up to, especially in the Austrian community?
In the Austrian community, I mean, there's a couple people. There's certainly Julian Strassel. If you're watching this or hearing this, this rivalry will probably go on for a couple more years. But of course, there's other people. The Gerhard, the guy who lost on stream to me in top 4, I think he has a rivalry with me now as well for a lifetime. But yeah, a good friend of mine, Peter Müllner, shoutouts to him. He's also a little bit of a rival to me, so that we play very often when we're inside of a tournament. Also, Austrian Nationals, we played in the last round and only one of us could make it to the top cut. So yeah, those games are always quite close, to be honest.
Unlike this one.
Yeah. So there's no Nibiru in the format, which is good for me. The question is, how do I win, actually?
Aha, yeah. I put up a bulwark over defense here.
It's crazy, actually. Let's see. I think we go for the Babel. Somewhere here.
Just so you know, when we played in Milan back then and when I played the YCS with the deck, I did not play like this.
I cannot remember, to be completely honest.
Actually, let me read something. Alright, okay, it has to be my machine.
This thing cannot die by card effect or something, is that correct?
Yep, cannot be destroyed once it's linked.
I see. I see.
It's a good card.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
Not as good as IP Masquerena in my opinion, but it's a solid one.
How do we do this? Probably use the Nightmare on my Galatea to boost its attack.
Wait, you can't boost the defense, right? So.
Yeah, of course. To send a World Wand.
How did you like this deck? I mean, this is one of the decks that many people look at nostalgically.
I mean, it's not Thunder Dragon, but it's. I think it's a ton of fun. I think you have a couple options. The mirror match is quite okay, I would say, as long as you open decently well. But of course, summoning Colossus is just superior in my opinion. Yeah, it's a different feeling. I will use my World Wand and bring back the Nightmare. Yeah, that sounds good. And then, why is this so big? Yeah, okay, then we probably have to go into a Dingirsu. So this can be destroyed by battle, right?
Card effects.
It can't be destroyed by card effects, but it can be destroyed by battle.
Yeah, Galatea is the opposite.
Okay. I will use my Dingirsu effect to send your Nightmare, I guess.
Okay.
And then I will attack over your Longirsu.
Alright, so I take 100 damage.
That's correct, yeah. And then let's do something fun.
I'm having the time of my life.
There's a familiar face that you probably wanted to summon before.
Wait, what card is this? I've never seen this before.
And then I will pass play.
Alright. Okay.
Graveyard is loaded and ready to go, I see.
I have cards, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, this went way better than expected. Right. Draw a stamp by main.
Sure.
So, I will activate the effect of Bubble in the graveyard.
Yep.
Discard Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher, to add back Bubble.
Does it add back or does it set itself? It adds
back.
itself. What's in your graveyard? You have Gizmek. You have.
I have everything.
Oh my god, that's crazy stacked.
I'm surprised that we actually get to have a game now.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So. I have an idea. I don't know if it makes sense.
That's the best idea.
The idea made no sense whatsoever. And none at all. I guess I'm starting off with a Babel.
Yeah, that was known. That's completely fine.
And then I'm going to activate the World Wand. Summon back the Harp Horror.
I guess. Sure.
I would chain Horn Jones to that.
Do you have anything in your graveyard that makes sense? I mean, you went through your Kagari.
I'm not sure anything makes sense here. That's
and then you can use those two to go into Galatea, I think. No, it needs effect monsters. That's interesting. I mean, you can go into Shizuku, I suppose. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Go for it. I want to see what's going on.
I don't think I can use Shizuku anymore. Actually, because of the...
that locks you out, right?
Probably. I don't know if this one locks you out. The Orcists all do, but...
Yeah, you can only special summon dark monsters.
But that was fine by me, because I have different plans with this.
I will quickly think about that before you do anything else. I'll probably use my Nightmare to target my IP.
Yeah, sure.
Because there's a monster that could be very annoying that you could summon right now that I don't have an answer to. So let's just dump this symbol before.
I know exactly which monster you mean. Yeah, okay, I actually do know which one.
And then on resolution, I will use this to target my Dingirsu.
I would like to chain Nightmare to this.
That's fine.
Alright, so I'm getting my skeleton as well.
So Dingirsu comes to the field, and then I'm thinking which effect I want to use.
Hey, take your sweet time.
You have a Symbol Engrave and an Orochi.
The Serpentron Sky Slasher.
Yeah. Try to say that 7 times quickly.
Oh, I have said this so many times. Gizmega Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher. Gizmega Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher. Gizmega Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher. I think I proved my point.
Very impressive.
Thank you so much.
I will use my Dingirsu to send your Hub Horror on field.
Right. Okay.
Then you can continue.
Ah, how kind of you. I'm going to use the skeleton targeting Longirsu.
Yeah, probably have to crow the target.
Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, you have to have something in hand, right?
Of course.
I would like to activate the Hub Horror then.
I have even more stuff in my hand.
Well, isn't that great? I am really enjoying this.
What's the last card?
End of main phase.
So you're trying to use a Gizmek in battle phase to overrun my IP? That's not very fun.
No.
Yeah, then I probably have to ruin your fun and use my IP before you leave your main phase.
I don't know why you would do that, such a thing.
And go into... it's good zone placement over there.
I don't even remember why it's good zone placement, but I want to do something because I think you Longirsu to this one, right? To you can Longirsu these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Wait. Actually. Aha! Woohoo! Yeah, I knew exactly how this would pan out.
Oh my lord, how do we do this? I mean, you can do the Gizmek. It's completely fine, I suppose. I think I'll go...
I think at this point we also officially ended the interview part of this, of this duel. Alright.
I'll probably use my Unicorn, pitch Nightmare, and then target the Babel to shuffle it into the deck.
Alright. Nothing I can do against that.
And then I'll probably get beaten by a gigantic mechanical serpent.
I'm staying in the main phase.
Okay.
I mean, the problem is that you have a lot of stuff, right? Actually, do you have a lot of stuff? There is a lot of stuff banished. Look who doesn't have a lot of stuff in the graveyard. Look at that. Who would have thought? All right, normal summon, Orcust Harp.
Oh my god.
Oh yes. All right, and now I'm going to activate the effect of one of my favorite cards of all time. And I'm going to say it in German this time. Gizmek Orochi, der Schlangotron Himmelsschlitzer.
Sure,
right.
Go ahead.
Top 8, banished face down. Wow, this is the first time I resolved this and I can still play the game. All right. Summon out this one.
Yep.
I have no cards in hand, which is an issue for IP plays. This is an issue for many reasons. I have to... You have used Nightmare, right?
Yep, I did.
All right, and you pushed your... something.
The monster that's no longer there. Yeah.
All right. Not an easy one. So, okay. I think I'm just going into the battle phase.
Yep.
And attack for 1,950 in total.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go main phase 2, summon Galatea. Use Galatea effect.
Sure.
To put the... Don't know what that noise was.
The real question is, did you banish your counter trap?
I mean, I have Babel in my graveyard as well, again. So that's another thing I could do. Also, this is also difficult. I'm... Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. I'm definitely gonna keep this one. I'm gonna put this one back in. There is no reasoning behind this, I think. So what is your effect? Is it reasonable to not go into Dingirsu this turn, just so I can set up the counter trap? Because this seems like the only way. Also, I should have summoned this here, so it can't be run over. But this is... I think this is my win condition. If you normal summon a monster and I Orcus Crescendo the effect of Nightmare. Because if I Babel and you normal summon a monster, you're just gonna find a way to play through this. Wait, you can normal summon this and Harp Horror. I don't want to think too much. All right.
Sure.
We go Crescendo and we hope. That's my style of gaming.
That's one plan.
Yeah. Oh, that was horrible. I think Babel would have always been the right play. Hey, it's not a game for smart decisions for me. That's fine. You can't always play smart. Your turn.
Sure, I'll draw for turn. And I have this as well.
Really close to negating this, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I take 1,000 life points.
Okay, sure.
I don't... Oh no, this is also intense. Normal summon Armageddon Knight?
Are you already getting nervous? Because I certainly am. But here I have this mathematician who wants to send something.
I have to banish it.
That's fine. But unfortunately, I top deck this. So I suppose this resolves. The real question here is, what do we actually get? Do I want your monster, or do I want something out of your graveyard? What do you have in your graveyard, by the way? Oh my god. There's a ton in there.
I mean, I'm happy that negating the Upstart Goblin wasn't the right play. There is sometimes nothing you can do against a top deck like this, but... Hui hui hui!
You can get a Gizmek. That's certainly one thing. I think I will just add this. And draw a card, because I have more than 3 spells in my grave.
I figured. So the last time at the YCS in Bologna, Tom Payne played versus Alberto Marazzi a Paleozoic mirror match, and it took them like almost an hour. So can we beat that record?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I will steal your Galatea.
Who would have thought that?
And then I will use my Nightmare to boost your Galatea.
I'm gonna be realistic with you. I don't think we're gonna beat the 1 hour thing.
Yeah, you might be right.
But I mean, it's a nice touch that top deck engage is winning this game.
Yeah, it's iconic, I would say.
Yeah. Something that could happen in the current format as well. I don't know if there are still some Striker Malice players out there. The version is, I don't want to say outdated, but people have been heavily shifting to Bestials.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff banished. It's also a problem to some degree.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff in there.
I will use this horror.
Do you still have cards? You should have a skeleton left, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And 2 nightmares. I think you're good.
That could certainly be worse.
Hey, do you want to activate Galatea?
Probably not.
Want to try?
That wouldn't be so great. But what I will do is summon a Dingirsu on top of it, and then use its effect to attach my World Wand to get some resources going. And then, how big is this token, by the way? It's the
1,500, 1,500, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure.
No, it's 0-0.
0-0.
I upstarted it and I have Hornet droned.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I will. That would be Galatea, I guess. Then this would bring back a body. Then we can go into this, which is less damage now. Just go bell phase, attack your token.
I felt like in Milan you won harder games against me and that much faster.
Yeah, it might be. Attack with the Girsu.
Yeah.
So you take 2,600, and then I'll go main phase 2, of course,
Yeah.
to go into my own Galatea.
I mean, you don't have IP anymore. That's the thing I got going for myself.
Yep, indeed. I will summon this here.
I have a plan, everyone. I actually do.
And then I'll use...
It's optional. You don't have to.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. First of all, we use the wand.
Yeah.
To bring out a symbol skeleton. And then I will use my Galatea to shuffle back a wand.
But what do you want to set? I figured. All right. So you need an Orcust Link monster for that, right?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Indeed, I do. And I have just the guy for the job. I'll probably go with this guy here, familiar face. And then go ahead.
In the end of phases, I will activate the effect
Oh my lord.
of my favorite card. Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not looking so fun anymore. And I will summon it back.
Yep.
So unfortunately, we have made a smart choice by summoning out Longirsu because
Cannot be destroyed by card effects as long as it's linked, yeah.
that was my plan all along. I draw a card.
Sure.
It's a good card.
Did you also draw Engage?
No, I saw him. I normally summon Armageddon Knight.
Oh god. Yeah, the real question is what do you have left in your deck even at this point?
Yeah, but I also want to check because I can't remember.
Oh god, yeah, sure, go ahead.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's not good for me.
This card loves me, and I love this card.
Yeah, it might even win you the game.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, though, but...
There's the wand.
I will send the wand, yes.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Alright, I would activate this effect to this one back, and this one back, and this one back. I want to banish them face down to pop the Longirsu and force out your interaction.
And of course, I have to use this targeting my Dingirsu.
Yeah.
So this comes back, then the Longirsu cannot die.
Yeah.
But then Dingirsu activates in a new chain. The real question is, what do we send here even, or do we attach? You have a Harp Horror, that's annoying, and a wand that can potentially bring something back.
And you made the mistake of banishing my Longirsu with Didi Crow.
Maybe it was all along.
I love this format. This is so much fun.
It's taking quite a bit of time.
That was because we were chatting so much.
Oh god.
What do I have in my extra deck anyways?
So if this stays, then you can... Do you have a card in hand?
No.
You don't? Then I will attach.
Do I have a way of getting a card in my hand? I do.
Yeah, I have to attach anyway. There's no way. There's no way I can do something about that. I'll go with the Nightmare.
All right. Now I have to think again, which is... I'm going to activate Harp Horror.
You still have targets. That's impressive.
I didn't banish anything.
What's going on even at this point? Oh my god. Yeah, go ahead. Don't tell me you still have a skeleton. Oh god, how?
Jawohl, ja.
Oh my lord. Yeah, sure.
Alright, okay. So then, I'm gonna activate Orcust Crescendo.
To draw, to search a machine, right?
Or take a banished one back to my hand.
Oh god. That's even worse. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, what do I have there? A I'm still going to lose this. I'm very sure about that, but it's fun to toy around here. Yeah, I can't take the face down once, so you will have to suffice. There are some issues with this. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There are some issues with this. Okay, any linked card can be sent away. I will use these to go into an IP Masquerader.
Can you summon that actually under Crescendo?
Oh, it's only machine monsters
yeah,
now, right?
machine monsters.
Oh no, that ruins everything. Oh no, that is bad. Oh no. All right. Oh no, that is bad.
Do you even have a dark machine?
Yes, I do have a dark machine. Barricade Borg blocker.
Oh my lord, okay.
Now, some of you might ask yourselves, what does Barricade Borg blocker do? And I think it sets back a permanent or a field spell.
In the end phase, yes, indeed, you can add back something.
And I have to discard for that, which I'm not going to do. So I am going to activate Skeleton here.
What's your target gonna be?
Ding. Dong. Thank you, sir.
And you have what left in your graveyard? A World Wand,
a Gizmek, and that's about it.
A wand. A wand can go a long way, I guess.
Yeah. And I want to summon this.
Yeah.
This is the second wand pun I made this duel.
Dark machine. So this comes back and can probably send something, which is annoying, but sure, go ahead.
All right. I would like to activate the effect of Dingirsu, the Orchestra of the Evening Star, to send a card.
Yeah, I have to, I guess, at this point.
All right, this is still extremely problematic for me. Because now I'm still locked into... this discard doesn't even do anything for me, so this Crescendo just, I think, lost me the game. This is just extremely bad for me now. Wand?
Yeah.
To summon out... no, this is over. Longirsu?
Then I will use my Longirsu on your Longirsu.
Oh, why did I just activate the Crescendo? I mean, because I thought it was locking me into darks, but the dark machines...
Yeah. All
right, Florian, that was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
I liked the first 5 minutes of an interview that we did before we try hard the Sky Striker mirror match. Keep in mind, everyone, that Time Wizard can be every format that has happened in the past so far. So if you have enjoyed a special deck, then you can always play this with your friends. Also check your Neuron to see if there are any Time Wizard tournaments near to you. And thank you so much, Florian, for taking the time out of your day to play this with me. It was a pleasure. The Austrian community is cheering in the background, and we're going back to the live coverage very soon.